I love science fiction. Good science fiction stimulates my mind and challenges my beliefs about reality. What are the limits of human potential? What is possible, even if only theoretically? Humanity lives in the middle ground. With the right technology, we can barely experience the microscopic. Below that is too small for any subjective perception. We can never directly perceive the subatomic, the quantum. This is the very small, and is not our realm. The same is true for the very large. 1 light-year sounds so understandable, but how vast is that distance? 9,460,730,472,580.8 kilometers. What does that mean? My hometown was 150 kilometers away from the city where I went to university. It took 90 minutes to drive there, 90 minutes back, 3 hours round trip. 1 light-year equals 63,071,536,483.9 one-way trips. Seeing it written out like that, I can pretend that I comprehend the distance. In reality, I can't. It's just a number. Math. Something on a scale that immense is beyond my understanding. I cannot experience it, not really. We don't live there. Good science fiction, really good science fiction, brings concepts like this within grasp. If the writer is talented enough and empathetic enough of the reader, ideas that seem impossible, yet are possible, slide into our perception, and once there, expand our minds and our understanding of the universe. Authors like Greg Bear, David Brin, and to a lesser extent Dan Simmons, have presented things to me that made me reset the limits of my imagination. Some of the things they wrote about blew my mind, in the best way possible. The same goes for film. If it's not pretentious, if it's not ponderous, good science fiction can enlighten and educate as it excites and entertains. A recent example of great science fiction on screen, in my opinion, is the Dune series by Denis Villeneuve. Another is the miniseries Three-Body Problem. Concepts of scale, the sizes of time and space from the imperceptibly small to the unimaginably large, were comprehensible, and as a result, the stories unfolding before my eyes widened them and my mind, letting me see things I might never have even thought about otherwise. I love science fiction, good science fiction. One concept that arises from time to time is, time, namely time dilation. Time dilation is the difference in elapsed time as measured by two clocks, either because of a difference in gravitational potential between their locations, general relativity, or a difference in relative velocity between them, special relativity. An example of time dilation due to general relativity can be seen in Interstellar, when Cooper and his team land on the ocean world orbiting the black hole, Gargantua. They leave almost immediately after landing. What for them was a few minutes was more than 23 years for the lone crew member waiting on the mothership Endurance. The film made something beyond our experience understandable. As for time dilation due to special relativity, look at the original Planet of the Apes. Taylor and his fellow astronauts journey 300 light-years to the Bellatrix system, which is one of the stars in the constellation Orion. In what took 1 year for them, over 2,000 years passed on Earth. Before entering his final deep sleep, Taylor remarked that everyone he knew was already long dead. It made him feel lonely. Little did he know that humanity itself, as he remembered it, was long gone, and he would be returning to a world alien to him. That brings us to the anime I want to talk about. Gunbuster, known in Japan as Topu o Narae, Aim for the Top, is an OVA anime series. OVA stands for Original Video Animation, which means an anime film or series intended solely for the home video market and not for broadcast or theatrical release. Released from 1988 to 1999, Gunbuster was the directorial debut of Hideaki Anno, who went on to create the influential and acclaimed Neon Genesis Evangelion. It is a mecha anime. There are machine weapons called Buster Machines, piloted by humans. Two such pilots are Noriko Takaya, pilot of Buster Machine 1, and Kazumi Amano, piloting Buster Machine 2. If they combine their machines in combat, they can form an extremely powerful mecha known as Gunbuster. In the story, in the then far future of 2015, human space explorers encounter alien life forms and are destroyed. Humanity has to develop weapons and technology to defend themselves from possible attacks. In 2021, Noriko and Kazumi are paired together in the space program. We see the usual struggles with training and the relationship challenges that take place in anime with this kind of setting, along with the prerequisite mecha versus monster fights. One twist added to this is that as Noriko and Kazumi and the other pilots move through space and approach near light-speed travel, the effects of time dilation make it seem like they're traveling into the future, as the world they left behind ages more quickly than they do. Their loved ones, and the world they are fighting for, is slipping away. This brings us to what I really want to talk about, the ending. Of course, there are massive spoilers coming, so if you don't mind that, keep watching. Otherwise, I suggest that you find Gunbuster somewhere, watch it, and come back. It is 6 episodes, so at roughly 30 minutes each, that is 3 hours, as long as it took me to drive from my hometown to the city where I went to university, round trip. Spoilers starting now. As the Earth fleet approaches the space monster home star system, everything rests upon Buster Machine 3, which is the planet Jupiter compressed into a giant bomb that, once detonated, can wipe out the entire enemy star system. Talk about a concept that blows one's mind. Jupiter compressed into a bomb. Wow. The girls merged Gunbuster Mecha and the rest of the fleet defend the bomb from wave after wave of space monster attacks. But when activated, the bomb fails to go off. Noriko and Kazumi fly into the bomb and use their main generator to trigger the detonation. As the remaining fleet warps back to Earth, the heavily damaged Gunbuster tries to outrun the explosion. The enemy system is destroyed, but 12,000 years later, relative to the pilots, Noriko and Kazumi make it back to our solar system. Knowing how much time has passed, they feel worried and saddened by the reality that no one they know exists. Will they even be remembered? As they approach the Earth, they see no lights. The planet is completely dark. There should be lights visible on the night side of the world, but there is nothing. The girls cry, fearing that human civilization didn't make it, that no one is left except for them. Then, lights start appearing. A massive pattern of lights starts forming. It spells out, "Okaeri nasai," welcome home. Interestingly, one of the letters is reversed, indicating that the language the girls use has died out, and the people living on Earth are unfamiliar with it. Even so, they knew the girls saved all of humanity. They calculated how long it would take for the girls to get back to Earth, and they prepared a welcome to let them know everything Noriko and Kazumi had done, everything they had sacrificed, was not in vain. They were remembered. It makes me cry every time. Whether Gunbuster is a great anime or not, whether it suits your fancy or it doesn't, that ending alone makes it worth my time. Did I mention that I like science fiction?